Moses and the 10 plagues of Egypt. After Moses and Aaron delivered God's message to Pharaoh, "Let my people go," instead of obey God, Pharaoh forces the Israelites' work even harder. Pharaoh wouldn't let God's people go because God had hardened his heart. So God sent signs, the 10 mighty plagues, to show Pharaoh that he alone is Lord over all creation. And God told unto Moses, "Go to Pharaoh in the morning, take the same rod which was turned to a serpent, and stretch out your hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone." God sent the first plagues. The next morning, Moses and Aaron delivered God's message to Pharaoh. But Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go. Moses told Aaron, struck the Nile River with his staff. The water turned into blood, blood upon their ponds and upon all their pools, blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. The fish died, the river smelled terrible, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river. And there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. But then Pharaoh hardened his heart again, as God had said. So God sent the second plagues, and Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt. Frogs came up from the river and filled the land houses, beds, ovens everywhere. Pharaoh begged for relief, but then hardened his heart again, as God had said. The next following morning, Moses and Aaron delivered God's message to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." But again, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go. So God sent the third plagues. Aaron struck the dust with his staff, and all the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Lice is everywhere. Lice covering people and animals and all over in the land of Egypt. The next following morning, and again, Moses and Aaron delivered God's message to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." But again, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go, as God had said. So God sent the fourth plagues. Moses told Aaron, struck the Nile River with his staff. Massive swarms of flies filled into all the land of Egypt. Flies everywhere, upon the Egyptians, into every Egyptian's houses, including Pharaoh's palace, but not in the land of Goshen, where God's people lived. And again, Pharaoh begged for relief. But Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let the people go. So God sent the fifth plagues. A disease struck the Egyptian animals. Horses, donkeys, camels, cattle, and sheep died. But not one of the Israelites' animals died or sick. Again, Pharaoh's heart is hardened even more. He refused to let the people go, as God had said. So God sent the sixth plagues. God commanded Moses, "Take handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh." Moses tossed ashes in the air, and it became small dust in all the land of Egypt, and boil broke out upon people and animals throughout all the land of Egypt. And God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, refused to let the people go. God said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning, stand before Pharaoh, and warn him." God of the Hebrews said, "Let my people go. They may serve me, or the coming plagues will be much more severe." But Pharaoh still refused to let the people go. God sent the seventh plague. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven. And God sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground. And God rained hail upon the land of Egypt, destroyed crops, trees, and animals out in the field. Again, only the land of Goshen was spared. But Pharaoh still refused to let the people go, because God had hardened his heart. And so God sent the eighth plague. Moses stretched his rod over the land of Egypt, and God brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. When it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts that covered the land and ate everything left after the hail. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste. "I have sinned against your God and against you." He begged for his life, but God hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the people go. So God sent the ninth plague. And God said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt." Moses stretched forth his hand toward the sky, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. No one could see or move, but the Israelites had light in their homes. Pharaoh called for Moses to end the plague and said, "Your people can go and serve your God." but leave their flocks and their herds behind." And Moses said, "You must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God." So Moses refused the offer. Pharaoh angrily commanded, "Leave this place instantly, and don't ever come back, or you will be killed." And God said to Moses, "I will bring one more plague upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let my people go." God sent the final plague. God warned Pharaoh through Moses, "At midnight I will strike down every firstborn in Egypt." But still, Pharaoh would not listen. So God told the Israelites to prepare. They were to take a perfect lamb, sacrifice it, and paint its blood on their doorposts. This was the first Passover. "And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more." That night the Lord passed through Egypt. In every Egyptian home the firstborn died in, Pharaoh's own son. But in the homes with lamb's blood, the Lord passed over them, and they were safe. Finally, Pharaoh gave in and told Moses, "Go. Leave Egypt with your people." The Israelites packed quickly and left Egypt after 400 years of slavery. God had rescued his people with mighty power. God is powerful over all creation. God hears and delivers his people. God judges those who harden their hearts. Thank you for watching. God bless.